Hi, this is Christian with Forest of Art and Healing Arts. And in this video, I want to talk about making hand washing into a massage. Now, with the COVID pandemic, we've been told that we need to wash our hands, and we need to wash our hands for a certain period of time. As a massage therapist, I've been washing my hands a lot for many years, before and after every client. So if I had 5-6 clients a day, that's many hand washings in a day. And one of the things that I discovered about hand washing is that it feels good. When you have soap and water on your hands and arms, you can slide along and give yourself a nice massage. And feeling good is a very important mechanism for turning on the immune system. Relaxing and feeling good stimulates the relaxation part of the brain, which stimulates the immune system. Right now, with the pandemic and with the understanding that there is a virus out there in the world, there's a virus on the shopping carts, in public transport, on other people, floating through the air, and that this virus could adhere itself to our hands, and then we touch our hands to our face, it comes in us and it can make us ill. That's very stressful. That creates a lot of anxiety. And it creates a lot of anxiety also in the musculature of our hands and arms. We retract from the world. Then we come home into the safety of our own home and we wash our hands. And we get that world, we get that virus off of our hands. But that hand washing can also be felt to be a very stressful and anxious activity. So what I want to do is I want to talk about shifting hand washing from being something that's obligatory and stressful into something that feels good, something that actually stimulates the immune system. Now we're in luck with the presence of soap in our world because soap can kill the virus. A virus is simply RNA. In this case, it's the particular virus we're dealing with is RNA with a lipid membrane around the outside of it. And so soap grabs part of the lipid and it connects to water and it pulls apart the lipid membrane and mixes it with water, and then that falls into your sink and you wash it away. All you need for this chemical reaction to happen is to get the soap in contact with the virus. So you don't need to scrub hard, really. You just need to get it in contact with the virus. The next thing that you need is you need to make sure it's in contact with the virus for enough times. It's been suggested that 20 seconds is the minimum. Well, that actually works for turning your hand washing into a massage because you can spend a lot more than 20 seconds massaging your hands, stimulating your immune system, and feeling good. So one of the first things to consider is to use a nice soap. A soap that you like, a soap that smells good to you. It can be any kind of soap that you'd use. It doesn't have to be antibacterial or anything like that. Forest of Art and Healing Arts is in Berlin, and we work at a weekend market called Baxhagener Platzmarkt. And there at the market, we've discovered a soap company. They have a little cart, and they sell some really nice natural soaps. They're called My Soap. And the soaps smell good, and they've got really good ingredients in them for your skin and face. And that's what I like to use to wash my hands. Now I'm going to choose my soap. And my soap offers a lot of different soaps to choose from. For me, as well as the ingredients, another important part is the smell. For example, this is the aloe vera, and I really love the way that smells. And the reason why that's important for immune system function is because smell goes directly from the olfactory nerves in the nose right into the emotional center of the brain. And it's going to trigger an emotion. And emotions that feel good immediately stimulate the immune system. So that's why the aloe vera for me and also the lanola, which stimulate good memories in me, are important soaps for me to use. You might really enjoy the lavender or the gardener or any of the number of other soaps that they have, considering both the smell and the ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands with the aloe vera. Now, all you have to do is get water and soap on the surface. Once the soap comes into contact with the virus, it pulls it apart. You just have to make sure that you get to every surface. So let's now convert our hand washing into something that feels good. When you stroke like that, you're doing an effleurage, as in massage. As soon as you effleurage, as soon as you have a nice stroke like that across your skin, you immediately stimulate nerve endings that go directly into the brain and turn on the relaxation nervous system. And you've got a nice soap that is sliding smoothly over the skin and across the hands, and of course getting into all the crevices. After your effleurage, then you can do something called a petrissage, which is where you take your thumb and you make little circles over the muscles like that. So work your forearm on one side and then work your forearm on the other side. These are muscles that get tired as we use them during the day, especially those of us who work on computers, but also people who do manual labor. So you see, I'm just making a little circle like that. And that starts to pump some blood and lymph through my muscles. Well, we can also take this into a deeper form of massage called structural bodywork, which is done by pressing in deeply with the thumb and doing some frictions across the areas that are tight. Pressing in deeply and doing some frictions. Press in deeply and do some frictions. And you can do it on these tight muscles here of the forearm, like so. You can also do it here, maybe a petrissage. Well, this is the wrist joint, and on the other side, do it on the carpal tunnel. So you work your forearms in that way. And see, the soap is still there. I can even add a little water, and that makes it even slippier. Now let's go down into the hands. How about some petrissage? Across the muscles of the hands. I mean, we think of our hands as something we work with. Do we think of them as having 27 bones and 50 some muscles in them? So you see, I'm just petrissaging across the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments. What if I want to go a little deeper? What if I come in here and put a pressure right there? It can get sore right there. Let's do a little pressure right there. Like that on either side, where the thumb muscles are. I can also do this in between my fingers. So slide along in between the bones like that. See, I'm just doing a little pull, petrissage with a slight circle to it. Right, you would do that on both sides. Think about your bones. You're getting in between your bones. Do that on the other hand as well. Yeah. Then how about the fingers? We can circle around the fingers like that. Take the fingers themselves, make a little circle with them. And you see that you're getting the soap in these crevices where the virus might hang out. But you're also doing a little massage and maybe a mobilization with your fingers. Yeah. And with your thumb. If you want to get even more detailed, say you have some arthritis or something going on, you can come in here into the ligaments on either side of the joint and work that with your other finger. You see, this is a lot more extensive. Maybe you just have a couple of fingers that hurt. Let's work on those. Yeah. So you can spend a lot of time on all your fingers in between the joints here and get yourself a nice massage. Then we're going to rinse that virus and all the germs off our hands, and it goes down the sink and away. Bye-bye. Drying also gives you a little massage. So obviously you dry as you know how to dry. But what if you also took the towel and pressed into your muscles and continued the massage? You know, foot washing was something that people do for hospitality reasons. They've done that in history, in past. And drying is a nice part of foot washing. Maybe you've had a foot reflexology session or something and you know that drying part feels really good. Okay, so you continue your massage even in the drying part, giving yourself a little extra massage there. You can also grab your fingers, see, with the towel and give yourself a slow little tug. And sometimes you get a mobilization in your fingers, yeah? Don't pull on the thumb. It's a saddle joint. It doesn't like to be pulled, okay? So continuing the expansion of your finger joints, don't pull on the thumb, all right? And now you're home.